Hi, and welcome to episode 36 of One Game Dad. I am the proverbial One Game Dad, Gregory Palachi. And today I'm playing Destiny 2, while also thinking about that ever-present issue of anthropomorphized animals. It's a weird thing to think about, but I end up having to watch a lot of, or at least listen to, a lot of Peppa Pig, which is a British cartoon series that my daughter loves. She even does the theme song to it sometimes. She goes, do 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 do. I can't do it, or at least I can hear it in my head, but I can't mimic it. She's always like, Peppa Pig, Peppa Pig. And it's something that we can easily put on and get her to just focus on that to a scary degree. But hey, that's why it's called an idiot box. Not my daughter.
Problem that requires your attention.
But the
Vanguard did a sweep of the existing Bray archives. We found references to the Hephaestus Index.
yeah.
The
Anyways,
index is a weapons
so
development database. If our enemies gained access to it, they could reverse engineer dangerous ordnance. I've located multiple access terminals that house the data. Destroy them.
my yeah, she likes watching this Peppa Pig, and it's a weird system. I find it weird because it's not even a system, it's just a weird show because of the world it's presenting. I mean, it's meant to be cohesive, and it is to a large degree.
We've successfully destroyed the first.
But it's one where, you know, animals are animals, but they're people. But it's only mammals that are people. Which is an interesting choice. Because it also presents this weird form of like genetic purity or a caste system, because it's not like these animals intermingle. It's only pigs mating with pigs, which is just, well, I mean, pigs with pigs. Cats with cats, dogs with dogs, etc. It's this sort of it's this sort of, yeah, it's weird because these animals are meant to, you know, have a society together, and they all have various professions, but there's humans. There's the Queen of England, And then there's Santa Claus. So there are these humans. But yeah. There are these so there are these humans who are also present, but they never seem to interact, and there's only like one at a time. Otherwise, it's all animals, but the animals can't mate with one another. They can only mate with of their kind, so it's this really weird form of caste system slash I don't know, not quite eugenics, but like genetic purity. I find it quite freaky for what it's presenting. Okay, I'm gonna abandon this activity because I'm not doing very well. So yeah, it's just, I don't know, like in all of these anthropomorphized, blah 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 blah, all of these times where animals become people and act like people, whether it's Zootopia or The Lion King or you pick it, like they're presenting this caste system, right? Whereas, like in particular, like the Zootopia, oh, everyone's supposed to be equal, everyone's supposed to get along, but then there are still these clear dividing lines. Like rabbits are going to be mating with rabbits, and they can only mate with rabbits. You're not going to see like a rabbit rhino hybrid, and I know it's meant to be cute, and this is not the point of those things, but at the same time, it is sort of presenting this idea that as a
Watch out.
this is what society is like, and you should only be in. I mean, you can interact with others, you can be friends, but your partner will never be anything beyond what you are. And so I just, yeah, I'm finding these things absurd and confusing, and I know none of them are the point.
Persistent. I'll give them that.
Don't worry. We'll deal with them as many times as it takes.
So, do you really think people need to think about this stuff? I mean, okay, what are you going to do? Kids want to see animals. They love animals. Ugh. Always dying, always dying. So, yeah, I know it's a weird thing to think about, but it's part of what I do in terms of world building is just think about how these things are meant to work. I mean,
them in their tracks.
You make it look easy.
you look at a bunch of fantasy series, and they often have it that there some species of beings, some races, can intermingle, such as, you know, orcs and humans can mate, orcs and and or not orcs, but humans and elves. I mean, you never really see like a half dwarf. It's always a half elf or a half orc or some such thing. So it's always human with something else, like humans being the middle of the road race, the standard upon which all others are judged. And so they yeah, they're the ones that can mate with everything. Can do, but it's, I don't know. Yeah. Fantasy in particular just always presents this such weird, antiquated notions. I mean, that's part of what I don't really care for with it. It's, yeah, it's just, it's an old-fashioned, I mean, fantasy is old-fashioned. It's generally about reestablishing these old orders, people reminiscing about this time where they would get to be the ones in power and be unquestioned, and it's part of why I don't enjoy it as much. I mean, as a fantasy goes, it's not terribly interesting. It's, yeah, it's yeah, it's, how best to describe it? Well, it's, it's, you know, it's regressive, it's reactive. Like, it's about reestablishing things rather than changing the way things are. I mean, look at so much of it. It's about, oh, some force has risen up and disrupted what we see as the natural order, whether it's in Lord of the Rings or in something else. And so yeah, it's I find that really boring. Like, you don't, I mean, you see a little touch of this in what do you call it? In Game of Thrones with the Brothers Without Banners. They're they're wanting to establish something other than a kingdom. I mean, it's never gone into very much, but it's definitely there. Lord of the Rings is about reestablishing an order where man was on top and not some other force. That the king, the rightful king, took his place. That, it was the age of man, etc. I find the whole thing very boring. That's not a surprise. Yeah, so it's... These are just some of my thoughts. Just some. What else? Oh. I have a new project. I have a new client that I'm working on. This one is actually writing a video game, which is cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't talk much about it beyond that. It's set to begin on Sunday. It'll initially be sort of a test, but I still get paid for that. And then I get to, and then should that go well, which I expect it will, we'll continue. So that's good. It's not a big video game. It's not a terribly well-known company. It's just something small for an app. It's an educational game, but it's a start. So I'm pleased with that. Yeah. What else? Yeah. I'm looking forward. It's going to be some remote work, but that's fine by me. I mean, work is work, and it's going to be creative, and I'm not just writing. I get to do some game design as part of it. So to bolster what I'm doing. So I really can't complain in that regards. It's all in that regard. And you know what? This came about through the writing game, which I really need to work on today. Once I finish this series, or this episode. Because I'm not going to have much time. I got a rugby game this weekend. So, yeah. Things are progressing as one would hope. And the next week or two I should be moving in to Games Factory. Yeah, I just now more than I ever feel like I should definitely invest in that computer. In part because it would allow me to play with the Unreal Engine and Unity more than my laptop does, and to just make little things and put them out there. Yeah. I'll keep you up to date as to why that's happening, but that also explains why I'm recording early. I'm recording on Friday rather than on Monday. And yeah, this project will take me between a month to a month and a half all told, if things progress as they're expected to. So yeah, I'll keep you up to date, but it may mean some slight changes to the production schedule of this show and the writing game. I mean, I aim to keep the writing game every 2 weeks. I aim to do this once a week, but then it's a matter of fitting things in.
I need more data from the enemy.
So, yeah. That's what that is. I'm excited about that. It's just... I've never done things in a conventional manner. My career has never quite gone in a straight line, and so trying to get into games writing is really no different. Oh yeah, just anything I've done has never really been that straightforward. But you know, that seems to work for me.
I'm detecting all sorts of strange hive bioenergy coming from your location, and that is never a good sign. What's the plan here?
Shoot lots of hive.
That's a good plan.
Portals destabilized.
The Hive don't seem too happy about that.
Are the Hive ever happy?
Their
Yeah.
emotional spectrums are pretty limited.
So, all told,
Thanks for taking care of the
it's
Hive.
things,
Reminding me of my gunslinger days.
things seem to be going well.
I'll prepare a transmat back to the tower.
Yeah. Other than that, what is there really to report? Not much. The wife is doing well. Her job goes well. So, you know, we can't complain of that. The kid's healthy. It's been warm, though today the temperature's dropping and it's overcast. But hey, you can't have everything. And it was never going to last. It is Finland after all. Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, while I have my little projects, I just keep wishing that I'd get, I would be producing more beyond just the podcasts or the shows. I'm trying to write my own game. I'm trying to keep it simple. When is anything ever simple? When is it ever simple? No, this is the whole. This working for others is always appealing. It just in the sense that I don't have to deal with contracts or chasing clients, but well, that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay. So, yeah. Observation core. Yeah, I've gone the wrong direction. Yeah, at times I wonder what else, how I could prove, how I could streamline, guarantee. The interesting thing is I found that working at home, I'm more productive than were I to work in a cafe, I mean, it's not just the time I lose in going there, but so often it feels like it's the maybe I went the wrong way again.
Machines and morality. Within 5 decades, we hope to...
Yeah, I what am I trying to say? I yeah, I do better working else or at home or always in an office. In a place I don't feel like there's a need for me to move, where I can just get comfortable, where I can there it is. Yeah, so it's yeah, that's the status of things. And with that, I should call it a day and get on with that work. So, thanks for watching. Excuse me. Thanks for listening. I've been One Game Dad. Gregory Plagy. Everything I do you can find at onegamedad.com or on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at OneGameDad. This show, like all my stuff and my company, is Third Culture Kids, which can be found at thirdculturekids.net. So please be sure to rate and review and like and subscribe wherever you choose to find my work. And yeah, share it with friends, family, enemies, people who may be mildly interested or have nothing better to do with their time. Anyways, thanks again. Bye for now.